Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am here to do another weekly check-in video for you guys. For today's video, I'm going to be weekly checking in for, I believe, the third week of January, which for me, yes, was from the 18th until the 24th. So this last week that just ended. So as you guys may or may not know, I typically like to weekly check in from Monday to Sunday. So that is what we're going to be looking at. This is my Plum Paper monthly planner, which I use as my budget planner. And specifically, this monthly view is where I track all of my cash envelope expenses, which I actually have all of my cash envelopes here with me. So I will be counting the cash in them or what's left over. I also track my bills and paydays, no spend days, and all that good stuff. So that is what I'm going to be doing today, as well as I'm going to be letting you in on any sinking fund spending, which I've been having quite a bit. And towards this time of the month, I kind of already know if I will be, let's say, under budget in some of my categories, over budget or whatnot. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I have here all of my budget expense stickers all filled out. I just have to lay them down in the day that I spent the money in. So to keep track of what each one of the colors means, I do have this key here with all of my budget expense sticker colors, and I think, yeah, I'm all ready. So as of the beginning of this month, I started tracking all of my cash envelope expenses in these expense trackers in my pocket planner. So this is what I'm going to be looking at as I lay down my stickers. So let me go ahead and I guess first zoom in and kind of go day by day. So on the 18th, I did have one expense, and this was actually something that my sister had gone out to look for, and I completely forgot about him up until I saw her the day before. So I went ahead and sent her the money for some Starbucks like Valentine's Day cups, which I'm pretty sure I'll be showing that on my Instagram soon, but they're the cutest little Valentine's Day mug and a like to-go cup. So that was a total of $36, and that I took out of my allowance cash envelope, which it always makes me happy that I have that allowance cash envelope and I can just use it on whatever it is that I want throughout the month. Then another expense this day would be that I got my nails done. So I did get these nails, which these are actually my actual nails. It's just like acrylic powder on top of them, which I really like. They are a little bit shorter than what I'm used to, but I actually really like them. So in total, to take off my acrylic nails that I had before that, and plus the tip that I gave my nail tech, that was a total of $105, which came out of my beauty cash envelope. Then on the 19th, I paid for internet, so I do have here that it was $69.99. Let's go ahead and check this off as we go through. I also went grocery shopping this day. I went to my local grocery store called Vallarta, and I spent $69 here. And I also went ahead and pumped gas for the very first time this month. So I pumped $30. And these are once again coming from groceries and for my gas cash envelopes. So that was what I spent on the 19th. Then I feel like I've had an expense every single day. Let's go ahead and check it out. So let's see. So on the 20th, I actually ended up getting some falsies, some false eyelashes. And the reason being is because I'm no longer getting eyelash extensions, and I really want to make sure to, if it is that I do get ready, which is kind of what I want to do with the sit down videos that I'm planning on filming this week, I wanted to make sure that I had some falsies to just pop on. I just spent $42 for my beauty cash envelope to buy those, and it's really nice that I've been having so much money in my beauty cash envelope because I'm now able to get things like that I needed, like some shampoo I did last week. Then I got a foundation this weekend, and now I get to have some falsies. So I'm really glad that I've been, saving and rolling over beauty money from past months. Then I did have my phone bill on the 21st, which ended up being $102.81, which is actually less than it's been the last couple of months. I didn't have anything on the 21st or the 22nd, and my last two expenses were on the 23rd. I did buy some household items. I believe I bought detergent as well as some wipes, and that came out of my household cash envelope, of course. So that was $20. And at first, because I did get some, I wouldn't necessarily call them groceries. They were more specifically for the little cocktail night that me and my friends had on Saturday. So I didn't mark them as groceries. I actually took that money out of miscellaneous because it was mainly things to make drinks like orange juice, pineapple juice, coconut cream, and so on and so forth. So you guys will see that in my sinking funds because I do have a miscellaneous sinking fund. And I didn't want to take out that money specifically from my groceries because they weren't necessarily groceries. So I'm glad that I have, you know, a miscellaneous category within my budget as a sinking fund that I can take kind of that money from, because I feel like for the longest I didn't have a miscellaneous sinking fund up until I believe I wanted to get like some, I think an appliance. It might have been my Instant Pot, and I don't think I've used it since then. So I thought that something like a cocktail night with my friends was the perfect time to use that miscellaneous money. So that's kind of how I went about it. Of course, you don't have to do exactly the same thing that I'm doing, but I just thought that that made the most sense. But aside from the household expense here, I also had an eating out expense right here with the pink sticker for KFC. I didn't want to make dinner this day, especially because I cleaned up our apartment quite a bit. I hadn't done that in a while because I've been really busy. So instead of making dinner, we just went ahead and picked up some KFC, me and Paul, and I paid for that. So I think, let me check. Yes, I think that is all the expenses I had for the last week. So now I'm going to grab a payday and a no spend sticker from here. So I'm gonna put a payday sticker on the 19th. And then I believe we only had, or I only had 2 no spend days this week, which is not bad considering one of them was not a no spend day because of a bill, which typically, even if it's just a bill on a day, I will still not consider a no spend day. That's just, to me, kind of how I do things. But I know a lot of people do consider those still no spend days. But yeah, that's how last week looks like right here. And now I am ready to bring you guys to the weekly check-in part. So, like I've mentioned, I like to weekly check-in for all of my cash envelopes. So those are all the categories here, as well as I like to have an unbudgeted category as well for anything that comes up. So let's say if I didn't have that groceries, or sorry, that miscellaneous sinking fund, I would have definitely marked that cocktail night expense as an unbudgeted expense. But since I do have that, it ended up working out. So I have groceries, household, eating out allowance, beauty, gas, which I believe, yes, I actually used every single one of my cash envelopes this week, which I haven't done prior to that. No, that's really funny. Now for the rollover section, since I am not stuffing my cash envelopes again, I only do that once a month. I'm just gonna make dashes here, but of course if you were stuffing or rolling over some money from like last month or the prior week, the prior paycheck, or anything like that, that is what you will put in this rollover section. Now let's go ahead and go through each one of my categories and see how much I spent. So for groceries, I only have one right here for Vallarta. I spent $69 for. Last week I had remaining $179 minus the $69. So that means that I now have $110 remaining for the month, which, as you guys can see, we have this last week of the month. So I think that's going to be pretty good to last us this week. So I'm really proud of myself. One of my main goals for this month was to decrease my grocery spending, and I think I'm doing a really good job, or I've been doing that this month. So we will definitely see, and definitely stay tuned for my last video for this month, which will be, I believe, my results video for this. But like I mentioned, I have 110 for groceries. So I have 50, 100, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 110 left over for groceries in here. So put that on the side. Then for household, I also only had one expense for that, which was 20 bucks. So $20 here, and last week I had 53. So I now have 33 to last me for the rest of the month, which I think we still have to pay. I think me and Paul still have to buy napkins and toilet paper, I think so. But I think we're just gonna wait to go to Costco to buy toilet paper, which I'm sure me and Paul will end up splitting. But so far I have 33 left over. So I have 20, 30, 1, 2, and 3. So 33 left over for household. And then for eating out, we also have just one expense for $18 for KFC. So $18 here. And last week I had 63, so that means that I now have $45 in here. So I have 20, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 45, which is a pretty good amount. I've been trying to eat a little bit healthier, but to be honest, it's kind of a struggle sometimes when, let's say, I have a meal planned, or I just want a quick bite and I don't want to make dinner. And I have been using my Weight Watchers app, which I mentioned that I'm paying for, at least for the next 3 months. And that has been helping me, but guys, it's so funny. I went to Cane's. I think I went to Cane's this week too, but Paul ended up paying for that on Tuesday. And I try to track my meal that I got at Cane's on the app, and typically, I don't know if you guys want to hear this, but typically I only get like 23 points a day, and my meal at Cane's was already 18 points. So that didn't even count my breakfast or my lunch or anything like that. That was only dinner. And so sometimes I'm just like, wow, maybe I should not be eating out at all. And I think that's why I've been doing so good with my eating out envelope and why I have so much left over. But you know, I'm human, and I'm probably gonna eat out again this week, and that is okay. So that's $45 for eating out, all that to say that. And then I have allowance, which I spent $36. I can't wait to show you guys the cups. I think they're in my kitchen right now, but they're really, really cute. So 36 here, and last week I had 68. So that means that I now have 32 left in here. So that is 25, 31, and 2. $32, which I'm not 100% sure if I'm going to be buying anything else as of now. If I don't, that would be great, because I can definitely roll over this money from my allowance cash envelope to my allowance sinking fund, which is where I've actually been saving a little bit of money the past couple of months. So that was for my allowance cash envelope. And then moving on to beauty, I had 2 expenses. I have one for 105 and one for 42. So that is 147 spent. So 147 here. And I had 199 last week, so that means that I now have $52 for beauty, which is still a really, really good amount. I'm not sure if I'm gonna end up buying myself anything else. Probably not, to be honest. So that would be good to just roll over for next month, because next month it is my birthday month, and I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna go all out for my nails. I'm pretty sure, just a heads up, just letting you guys know. So $52 left in here. We have 20, 30, 45, 51, and $2. I'm so excited for my birthday. I'm kind of like excited, but not really. I'm turning 25, which is kind of, you know, the year, I feel like. I'm not gonna bore you guys with my talk about my birthday, but yeah. And then last but not least, we have gas, which I also did have an expense here. Finally, after, how long has it been? It has been over a month since I pumped gas, and that goes to show how much I actually drive my car or get out of my house. Because typically, since Paul's car is parked on the outside, which typically will take his car, so I feel like that's also why I don't spend that much money on gas, or I don't pump as often. But yeah, I have $30 left for gas, which I'm pretty sure I'm not going to use. And I think moving forward, I'm going to just budget for one trip. I feel like that's what I'm gonna do. And then last but not least, I don't have any red stickers, which would mean any unbudgeted expenses. So I can go ahead and write 0 and a dash here, since I don't budget anything for that category. It's just a placeholder that I like to have in my budget. But that is pretty much all of my numbers that I have left over. Like I mentioned, I only have one more week left, which is from the 25th into the 31st, the week that you're watching this video. And so far, I feel like I'm doing really good. I'm hoping that I'll have some groceries money to spare, but we will definitely have to see. Everything else is looking pretty good as well. And honestly, I'm just really proud of myself and how well I'm doing with my budget this month. So really happy to see those numbers. And now moving on to my sinking funds. This is all of my sinking funds and how much I've added for the month. And then this is where all of the transactions go for those sinking funds. Now, since the last time that we saw each other, I've had quite a few of them. Or actually 3 of them. One of them was for my clothing sinking fund. I spent $51 just to buy myself some pieces. Then I paid for the electricity bill, which I completely forgot. I had like a whole bill due sticker, but I had created an electricity sinking fund for this utility bill just because I get billed for this every other month. And so I have quite a bit in here, as you guys can see, and my bill only came out to $157, which is a lot less than it was last month. I feel like last month it was closer to like $250, $260 around there. And so I'm confused as to why it came out so low. But since I do have that sinking fund, if other months are higher than this month, let's say, that's okay because I do have the money for it. But I'm just a little confused with that. And then last but not least, I have a miscellaneous transaction, like I mentioned, on the 23rd. And that was $30 for a Target run for our little cocktail night, which me and my friends and Paul all made different cocktails. I ended up making a pina colada, and I think I posted it on my lifestyle Instagram, not my planning one, but yeah. So those were all the transactions that I've made from my sinking funds this past week. And now last but not least, before I go, I will go ahead and show you guys my variable income spread, which I've just made a couple of business expenses for, I believe, stickers. Yeah, for Once More With Love. I actually had some reward points and I only ended up spending $16.69 for this order, which was great. Which I started watching Bridgerton this last week, and if you guys have still not seen it, you guys need to go on Netflix and watch it because it's the best thing ever. And I am now making Paul watch it with me. Well, I think he likes it enough that I'm not making him anymore. I think he just wants to watch it now, which is funny. But yeah, that's what I got from Once More With Love. Then on the 22nd, I paid my subscription for Epidemic Sound, which is where I get my music for my videos. And then on the 24th, I spent $27.38 from Fox and Pip because it was her anniversary sale and I just wanted to definitely support her. You guys know how much I love Fox and Pip, and I just wanted to purchase something to then show you guys in a future haul. But with that being said, that is going to be it for this weekly check-in video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, as well as subscribe to my channel if you guys are not subscribed already. And hopefully I'll get to see you guys on my next video. Bye guys.